See, as I told you, generally the configuration, right? You can create. So this is the overall flow that we followed to collect the metrics and logs. So we created a IAM role, and that IAM role had the permission for CloudWatch and SSM, and we defined the configuration. You can define it externally in a separate system using a Visual Studio Code, or you can run the control command to generate the configuration.json file, and you can store it locally on that machine and use that, or you can check that parameters in the parameter store, and you can use the AWS systems manager state manager tool to go and deploy that in all of your systems. I also showed you how to use the node management option to go and update install your CloudWatch agent, and after which it will start collecting all the data. So for that, the collect D agent should have to be running on your system. So if in case you're not getting the data, then you have to go and check the collect D daemon and also the CloudWatch agent service, and it will collect all the data in your CloudWatch under the metrics explorer section. You can create beautiful dashboards, and you can also configure alarms. So I'll show you how to configure the alarms in AWS. So I think that is a very small topic. I think we will conclude with the SNS notification, and then we can move on to the events. Okay. So let me see if I can give you some more. Yeah, alarms is what is the next topic, right? Fine. So alarms, as I told you, it is going to watch a particular metric, or you can watch multiple metrics. And if there is something that is beyond the defined threshold for a warning level, like for your disk usage, if the free space is only 10% or 15%, you can configure an alarm, a warning alarm, and then you can also configure a critical alarm, or a what do you call critical alarm or a error alarm. But in AWS, alarms are defined in a different way. I will just give you some reference content. So there are three different alarm states that you can define in AWS CloudWatch. Different systems have different way of classifying the alarms. Okay, warning, error, critical, and all those things. But here you have OK state, which is like the system is functioning as expected, and insufficient data might be because of the agent is not running, or there is no proper connectivity, and you can also go and configure an alarm. So these are the three different state that you can see in your CloudWatch alarm state. Okay, so CloudWatch. Okay, so these are the three states that you will see in CloudWatch. So what is alarm? Alarm is the notification to a support team or a group or a business owner for any metric going beyond the defined threshold. So there will be a threshold that will be defining for both warning level and the error level, and you will have some sampling, minimum, maximum, average, and all those things. So you can configure it for various options. So like your disk free space, memory utilization, CPU utilization, or average. Mostly like we will go with the average utilization, because at times there will be peak usage, there will be high demand. So mostly we will be going and configuring the average utilization for the last 10 minutes or 5 minutes is beyond some specific level, then only it will be configured as a alarm. So you can integrate this alarm with either SNS topic, which is simple notification service, that is the most commonly used, or you can also integrate with your email service if in case you want to send it as a separate email, or you can also auto scale it. If the demand is increasing, then when it reaches the alarm state, when the CPU utilization on an average for last 5 minutes is above 85%, you can also go and add additional EC2 instance to fix that automatically by the system itself. So CloudWatch can also be integrated with your auto scaling and simple notification service. If in case you want to send a manual alert and fix the issue manually, you can do it through SNS, and you can also go and configure high resolution metrics. If in case you want to have sub 30-second metrics, you can also go and say 10-second or 30-second based on your requirement. You can go and configure the high resolution metrics. and this is the length of the time that it will wait to before it can evaluate and send an alert to your defined metrics system. So alarms invoke actions for sustained state changes only. That's what I'm saying, right? If it is continuously having issues, then it is going to spy. It is going to alert you. Or else, if there is a small sudden spike and then if it went back to normal, then it is not going to alert you. So you can also configure a alarm in your dashboard. You can also turn it to red. Okay, I'll show you how you can look at the alarm state. So alarm state, I'm not sure if there is something that is already there here in my console. I don't think so. By default, there won't be any alarms defined. Maybe if I have defined something in the past, it might be with the data. Okay, so you can just go to the alarm section. Okay, there is no alarm. Okay, I'll show you how to create it and how to look at the alarm state. Okay, so as I told you, so these are the state that it will have. Okay state. Okay state means everything is working as expected and there is nothing to worry about. And insufficient data means the alarm is just configured or it is waiting for the agent to start or if it is waiting for the system to send you the data. Okay, so that is one. And then alarm means there is something unusual and you have to take actions to fix that. Okay, so you have to check on this. Let me also show you something here. Okay, so alarms, as I told you, it is going to send notification on based on a particular state or a particular issue on your environment. As I told you, it can be integrated with your auto scaling. Okay, so this is the kind of sampling alarm. For example, if you are defining a threshold of 80% or 3 units or a particular duration, automatically it will send a notification. So these are the three stuffs that it can do. One, you can integrate with your SNS topic, or you can integrate with your auto scaling to add additional instances, or you can go and, for example, if there is an alarm stating that someone is trying to install something, and if you want to take action, you can also go and stop the instance, or you can also go and start the service based on your need. So fine, let me show you the practical here. Let's go and create a SNS topic before you go and create the alarm. So for creating the topic, you have to go to SNS, simple notification service. So this is the managed service for push messaging service or push. Yeah, that's what we call. We call it as push messaging service. So whatever messages you want to push to this topic, you can push it, and this will take care of that. So default CloudWatch alarm topic. Okay, let's not do that. Let's not use that. I will just go and use a new topic. So let me also create a separate one more sheet here. SNS stands for simple notification service, and this is a push messaging service. Very fast service. It has a very high priority within your AWS resources at the orchestrator control plane level. So it is a push messaging service. If someone want to push messages to an application to application, or to an end user, or to a ITSM tool like ServiceNow or Remedy or whatever, you can use this tool. It is very fast. It is very flexible to configure. There is nothing much you need to configure. And again, based on the number of notification groups that you're configuring, you can just go and configure multiple topics, and based on the usage of the topic, it is going to they're going to charge you. So there are two things. Okay, one, if you want to publish something to multiple people, or if you want to send something, you can send it. And if you want to receive it, we call it a subscriber, right? Subscriber has to accept it, so receiver. So we call it as pub sub service, publisher subscriber service. So which means like we need to have a SNS topic created, and we need to go and configure the event or a situation when this particular alert has to be triggered. And you can actually have multiple ways of doing it. If you want to just send it as an email, or if you want to send it as a SMS, or if you want to publish it as a webhook, You can also do it for your website. If there is some maintenance or a scheduled activity, you can also say that this particular system will be under maintenance for next 1 hour or 30 minutes or whatever you want to give us a webhook. You can just publish that message. So you can send it as a HTTP webhook or web. I mean, that's what HTTP or HTTPS webhook. So it automates the sending of messages using this tool. Automates the sending of messages based on a particular event or defined criteria. So even you can use it for broadcasting it. For example, if you want to send billions of messages across the globe, you can use this. For example, if there is a sensitive issue like vulnerabilities, or if there is something that you want to inform multiple application owners and something, even you can use it for broadcasting some messages to multiple systems and multiple application owners. So billions of messages can be sent across the globe. So in general, the use case is not for broadcasting. As I told you, it is mainly for monitoring your infra or application. And then if there is a peak usage or what do you call unusual behavior, it can go and send a alarm notification topic. So you can also send it to your mobile app, or even you can send it to your system alert. There are various ways you can integrate it. So this service can be used for EC2 instances, microservices, distributed systems, even for your event-driven serverless application. You can also use it. See, in general, if you want to have your own simple notification service, it is going to be a very tough thing. You have to deploy a separate server. You need to have high availability and all those things. But Amazon SNS, it's a managed service, so you get a high availability by default. So they take care of Amazon takes care of the clustering, and it is very durable. It is comparatively cost effective. As like any other managed services, this is also having all those features: high availability, durability, cost effectiveness, secure. And then it is also very fast. As I told you, it's fast and flexible earlier. So it can be used for different service model, and it gives you a very high throughput. It gives you many to many messaging. And where exactly I can just say uh, the control plane or the orchestrator has given it a very high throughput. You can also just send messages, many to many messages, and you can also send it to application also. As I told you, email, SMS, webhook. You can also integrate with SQS, simple queuing service, that is for application to application. Even you can also integrate with your some of the applications like Lambda functions or yeah, I think these are the major 5 ones. I think there might be some new ones that has been recently added, but I'm yet to look at the complete list. You can also send it to your mobile application endpoint and so on. But these are the top 5 integration that you can do for your SNS topic: email, SMS, webhook, and so on. So let's go and create it. And then there are 2 different algorithms that they are giving you. So either based on your requirement, you can choose first in, first out. See, certain things has to be configured as first in, first out, right? See, if you are going and getting a service from an service provider, see, if you are in a queue and you never want the next person to get the order delivered before yours, right? So if in case you want to go with first in first out as a standard delivery in your some of your application, you can go with the FIFO model, which is first in first out. So whatever has been received first, the application has to take care of that as a priority and deliver it. And certain things you can go with the standard model, where whichever is very easy to handle, or whichever is a small message or easier message, it can just send it first, and then the next thing can be done. So FIFO is mainly used for integration for application to application for your queuing service, whereas the standard one, you can use it for all the five different stuffs that I was highlighting, right? So if you want to integrate most of your infrastructure related things, you go for standard, but then this is for your application. For example, if you're ordering some grocery or pizza or some food online, then the order has to be taken care in the same priority on how it is received. So first in first out is the strategy that mostly the applications and the application to application has to follow. So you can go with standard or you can go with FIFO based on your requirement. So if I want to integrate with HTTP webhook, Lambda function, or if I want to send email and stuff, I have to go with the standard one. So I can create a name for this. I can just say stan topic one, display name also. I can just give whatever you want, and then don't worry about the detailed stuff, all these things. I will just give you explanation on that later. But for now, I have just created a topic, and let's see. And if I want to publish some messages, I can also publish some text messages. Okay, so I can just send something. Okay, but for now, I'm just going to, I don't want to test it now. Let me do one thing. Let me add the subscriber. So this is the set of people who will receive that particular alarm or alert. So I can just use, this is what I was telling, right? So they have added what? They have added additional email JSON format. They have added HTTPS webhook, and platform application endpoint is fine. Okay, so there is not much changes, but there is some minor changes that is there. So they have included this. They have included email with a JSON format, and they have also added a platform application endpoint. Okay, only those are the changes. Fine. So here I just want to use a email notification, or you can also do SMS notification in particular country. So here, if I want to send it to, for example, to a service desk or a particular service now ticketing, I can just give that email ID. Generally, you will have a specific email ID for your ITSM tool, like servicenow at company.com or remedy at company.com. So you can just give that. But here I'm just going to use my Gmail ID to receive that traffic, whatever the alarms that I'm going to receive. Okay, so first thing, you cannot just send it to everyone, right? So the person who is going to receive it, the team that is going to receive it has to acknowledge and approve whatever that has been targeted to them. So mostly like it should be in the inbox, or else you can also check the junk to go and find out. See, stand topic one, you have to just go and confirm the subscription. So once after you confirm and acknowledge, you will be a subscriber. So you have subscribed to the notifications that is coming out of this particular SNS topic. So if I just go one step back or just give it a refresh, I should see that the pending confirmation is now accepted. So it is confirmed, or else you will see a pending confirmation here. So now I can, what I can do is I can just go and configure a alarm in my CloudWatch. And okay, so we have configured a lot of different metrics. I think we can just go and use that memory utilization or other sample that we created yesterday. Let's see. Oh, it's not memory, it's CPU utilization, right? So let me go and create an alarm. So I will say select a metric. So I can just go and choose whatever I want. See, this has been created today from the Windows server, but let's go and choose the EC2, and within that you can just go and choose whatever you want. For this one, I'm just going to select the CPU utilization. Okay, for which system? For my Windows system, or even for the Linux also, you have the simulator. You can just simulate the CPU usage. So let me go and find out the instance ID for my Windows. It's 534, right? Yeah, this is the one. 89534. 89534. This one. So it's there. Okay, if you have the tagging, it is good. Okay, so let me select this. So for this system, if the average utilization for the last 1 minute is beyond greater than 60%, I want to send a alert. You can also enable anomaly detection, as I told you. So you can create a band, and if that usage goes beyond that particular level, then it can also consider that as an anomaly, and it can send an alert for you. So this is all fine. Data points is okay. So 60% is good. Okay, click next. You can also select an existing topic. We just created stand topic 1. I will just select that. If you want to go and make changes, you can make changes. So if you want to send notification for different categories, you can also select it, but I'm just going to send it for in alarm state. So it is also giving me the endpoint ID. If you want to add additional notification, you can add additional endpoints if in case you want to within the same function. So if you want to take some actions on your EC2 to stop, start those instances, you can also do that, but I don't want to stop the instance now. Let me click on next. If you want to give some clarity for the support team on what exactly is happening. So I can just say CPU utilization alert. Hi there. There is a spike in CPU utilization. Go and check whatever processes, events, take necessary action. So whatever you want to give in a very nice format for your organization, you can give it. I'm just giving something to ensure that this can be used for that particular purpose. So let me go and create this alarm. So let me go to my system. See, initially the alert will have insufficient data, okay, because it will have to wait for some time, and then from insufficient data, it will go and change it to okay state, and then it will change to alarm when there is a usage increase. Okay, downloads. We downloaded a tool, right, yesterday. So here, let me activate and bring it beyond 60%. Activate. I think hopefully now it is already 60%. So leave it for 1 minute. I think 1 minute is what we have mentioned. On an average, if the utilization is beyond 60% continuously for a minute, it will send a alarm. Okay, so it is already 90%. Okay, it is good that you might continue. You might get it quickly. Okay, so let it run for some time, and then let this alarm uh, become okay, and then it will turn to in alarm state, and then we will also get a notification. So you can also select for which ones you want to get the notification. Okay, let's wait for some time. So let's do one thing. Let's take a break for 10 minutes, and when we come back, you will see all the stuffs that you are monitoring. Any questions before we go for the break? I will stop the recording. Okay, let me start the recording. So let us go and directly look at what is happening in that system. See, as we expected, for the last few minutes, the utilization is continuously hitting close to 90%, and you can see that the alarm has been configured for 70, above 60%. If it is for consistent 1 minute, the average utilization, then it will make the alarm to state to alarm in alarm. Let's go and check that if there is anything which is in alarm state. Okay, let's see. Okay, metrics data. Let me also go and check if there is any notification already received. Yeah, see, you can see that the notification has been received. CPU utilization in that East US was greater than 60%, and whatever the message that we gave, it will be at the bottom. Where is the message that we typed in? Okay, see, here it is. hi there is a spike in CPU utilization. Go and check the process events and take necessary action. So this is how you can go and configure any alert for any of your monitoring metrics, and even not just for the monitoring metrics, even for the logs also you can create alarms if in case you see some errors or something. So in this case, what has happened is it has considered the 60-second metric for on an average. If the utilization is greater than 60%, then it has sent a notification here, and currently it says the status has changed from insufficient data to alarm state. So currently it has changed it. The reason for the change is the utilization was beyond 60% for a continuous 1 minute. So this is how you will get an alert, and then this can be sent directly to a ITSM tool like ServiceNow, so that it can create a ticket with a specific priority, and you can act upon that. So SNS is a very powerful tool which can be integrated with a lot of different services for publishing and subscription kind of service. So this example is mainly for CloudWatch monitoring, where you will be alerted if there is a issue in your infrastructure or in your application. So to continue with that, yeah, before we get into the event, so there is one more important service which is more related to logs, but it also collects all the events from your system. So we have a service called CloudTrail, right? This is where you will spend a lot of your time in troubleshooting. So CloudTrail is a service primarily for logging and event management. So I would say it's a logging service predominantly. So that's the reason I want to cover it before the event.